Hi and welcome to the KWM Wine Blog. Today we're going to be trying the Vintners Heritage range, Muscat of Alexandria, which is the Muscat of Alexandria, and it's from the 2014 vintage. So quite an interesting wine. This company Vintners is a joint alliance between Gavin Brewer and Brewer Rats in South Africa in the Cape region. Brewer Rats is probably best known for his Cabernet Franc, which we do a little bit of as well. But this is a new one for us. Muscat of Alexandria would have a lot of sort of history to it. It's one of the sort of original grape varieties, I guess, where came from Alexandria in Egypt and travelled down to the Cape with the early settlers. So there's a lot of history in the area. Muscat itself will produce very aromatic wines on the whole. Often sort of sweet wines as well, but you can't get dry styles, and this is a particularly dry style as well. So we'll see what it looks like. Colour wise, very, very pale, pretty much see through. There's not much colour to it at all. Nose, immediately you get lots of sort of rose notes to it, sort of those Turkish delight and lychee characters. You'd almost mistake it for a Gewürztraminer. It has that same sort of style of character to it. It's got a very sort of ripe nectarine style fruit, that sort of peachy almost note to it. But it is predominantly on the floral side of things, as you would probably expect from this type of grape variety. Quite delicate on the palate. There's a sort of citrusy lemon sort of character comes through on the palate. You get some of those sort of floral notes, but that's predominantly on the nose. You get a sort of stony minerality on the finish. And it's quite dry as well. By no means sweet. There's no sugar in this wine whatsoever. The nose gives that sort of sense of sweetness, but the palate is quite dry, so it gives it a lovely balance to it, but it is still a very delicate bottle of wine. Very interesting bottle of wine. It's a good alternative to a Gewürztraminer, for example, and it'll be something that will go very well with sweet fish dishes like prawn, like scallop, langoustine, things like that, or spicy dishes as well. It might fit well with, but I wouldn't overpower it because it is quite a delicate bottle of wine too. So, interesting bottle of wine. That's the Heritage Series Muscat of Alexandria from Vintners in South Africa.